going on, everyone, and welcome back to episode 15 of our Olympic Lyonnais FM19 save. I think embarrassingly, last episode I actually got that wrong and said the wrong episode at the beginning of the intro, but you know, this time I was better prepared. I've got it correct this time, and of course we have the French Cup final, the Champions League final, two massive games, PSG, Manchester United, and unfortunately we do finish runners-up in the league. 2 points was the deficit in the end, and there was 1 point. We was 11 points behind, so we really chased them down towards the end of the season, and they actually did lose 2 of their last 3 league games. You know, Angers gave us a little bit of hope, and then I played this game where they won 5-0 and league was confirmed. But just, you know, rub a bit insult to injury, they actually did lose the final day of the season, so it looks a lot closer than what it actually was. You know, it looks like it was only 2 points, but admittedly they had that wrapped up by the 37th game, so they won the title with a game still to go. So unfortunately we don't win the league this year, but next year I really do think we could put the pressure on, and I do think we can grab it next year. Of course, our record in the league was 30 wins, 5 draws, only 3 losses, so the least amount in the league. We of course did the double over them before, and hopefully we can do the triple over them today with a nice clean victory. So without wasting too much time, it's a neutral venue, so there's no advantage really for either team. But let's just hop straight into this. I think we do actually have a few injuries and suspensions actually, so I'll have to see which starting 11 we can actually put out there on the field. Because yeah, it's been a rocky few games, I think. I'll just give you our schedule actually and what you may have missed out on. So of course we saw the Monaco game. There it is, SMKN. Scored very early on in the 9th minute, then in the 92nd minute, so 2 goals either side of the game. And then a nice 3-0 win over Nims, where it was Major, Hussein and Pineda, all within sort of 7 minutes of each other. And that was sort of it for the game. So again, a lovely unbeaten run here of a lot of games. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 game unbeaten run. I'm hoping today we can make that 22, as we have a lovely sea of green actually. Look at all that green. There's a lovely sea of green here. So here we are then. Olympique Lyon, Paris Saint-Germain in the French Cup final. They're actually the favourites despite our form being better and beaten them twice already this season. So that's a bit interesting. Let's see what my assistant manager says. So he says Major, Hussein, Depay, Pineda, Dombele, Toussaint, Marcel, Denayer, Pongracic, Dubois, Lopez. I'm going to switch Toussaint and Dembele, and we have like a bit of a trio going on there. Admittedly, Fekir is tired, so we probably should rest him for the Champions League final. So I agree with this team lineup. I think nothing too crazy. I really should have whacked on the face cam, whacked on a suit or something here, because these are 2 big games. But here we are then, both teams lineups. They have Areola in goal. Dani Alves comes in again with Marquinhos, Thiago Silva and Tino Kehrer, I think his name is. So 3 Brazilians in that back 4, or back 5 even. Verratti in behind the defenders with Rabiot and Barrios in the midfield. The deadly trio of Neymar, Cavani and Mbappe. There we have Neymar has 37 assists. Just put it into perspective, you know, our players have about 20 between them in the top 3. I didn't really look at the numbers, but let's just say 20. And then Cavani has 47 goals. What? That's just ridiculous. But here we are then, just off into it. There we are, walking onto the pitch. There I am in my lovely pink coat. Let's just skip all of that. Oh, actually, I have to make it full. I haven't made the game full screen, so you can still see. You can still see my Windows bar at the bottom. Let's just do that quickly. I should have been better prepared. Let's bear with me 2 seconds. Here we are then. Yep, to confirm that it will change the skin, but apologies for that. I should have spotted that sooner. But here we are then, right, back into the game. No more mishaps now. Full focus. Get this tactics screen off the page. And here we are then. Neymar on the ball, of course. Loads and loads of assists for him this season. Barrios through to Cavani. And Lopez, luckily, the first one to it. Because otherwise Cavani looked like that was a sure thing if he got round him then. And a bit shaky at the beginning of the game. Usually we're a lot more composed than that. So it's a bit worrying to see Rabiot. into Cavani, and Mbappe's making a lovely run, and he's through on goal here. He's got the pace. He's in behind. He chips it. Oh my God! Luckily, that goes just far of the post. As Memphis now with a corner, so it's first chance for us. Dani Alves, only as far as Pineda, whips it across, but Marquinhos is there to boot it away. And we're back on the attack here. A bit of ping pong play. Toussaint's through on goal. He scored. Toussaint won. I mean, Lyon won. Paris Saint-Germain 0. Toussaint with the goal. And I mean, it's a bit sloppy from them. It was really, really ping pongy stuff. Pineda into Dombele. A lovely looping through ball. And no one's anywhere near him. He curls it round. It's in the back of the net. And it's Lyon 1, PSG 0. And for the third time this year, we're beating them in a fixture. I really, in all honesty, if I was given an option of, you know, I have to win a cup final, I have to lose one, obviously I'll choose to lose this one and win the Champions League. So Verratti hoofs it into the box. Memphis, I think I've just jinxed myself as Rabiot hits the top of the bar. It's a goal kick for us. Obviously, ideally, I'd love to win both of these finals, but something about the FM gods, it just seems too good to be true, you know. I have a feeling they're going to snatch, you know, the league was, they sort of played around with our league title hopes. They were dangling it in front of us. That was sort of almost cruelly snatched away. We're in the French final here. They're going to give us a bit of hope. Like, oh, you're going to have a good season. It's going to be successful. And then, bam, you know, Paul Pogba's going to score like a 95th minute screamer or something. Mbappe now. That's if we even, you know, win this as Neymar's on the attack. Up to Cavani. Can't get in behind. And Pongracic can recover. Denea out to Marçal. Sloppy, but we managed to get it clear in the end. Hussein through to Memphis, who's through on goal here, in behind Thiago Silva, bursts towards goal, and the keeper does very well to say he should be doing better there. I think, you know, he should be scoring that and put, you know, doubling our lead, but it's a corner. Memphis now making some hand signals as their goalkeeper collects it, Areola, and it's still just the 1-0 lead. It'll be interesting to see actually PSG if they will offload Cavani. Of course, he's getting a lot older now. With the money they have available to them, I don't see why they wouldn't bring in you know, a much younger, pacier striker. So I think if they do that, then I don't think we'd even win the league next year, because as you see in this game, we've managed to keep Cavani quiet by the fact he's not the paciest striker. So that'll be interesting to see. Toussaint now. Apologies, there's a car outside playing really bassy music. Hopefully he doesn't hang around. Lopez now. Dombele, Hussein, into Lovro Major, through on goal, takes a lovely touch. It's 2-0, Areola's beaten again at his near post. Lovro Major's the scorer this time. Hussein's the architect, as it says down the bottom. We double our lead. It's Lyon 2, PSG 0, and I think at this rate we've almost got the game wrapped up. A lovely touch, lovely finish. Areola's left standing like a muppet. But yeah, lovely performance from us so far. And neither team have made a sub yet, I don't believe. We're on the ball here, Marçal into Lovro Major. He puts a ball through to Pineda, and he should be doing better than that. He's scored some banging goals this season, so to see him have such a wimpy effort almost is a bit upsetting. But I think I'm going to look to make some substitutions soon. Of course, we have this is their last game of the season, so they don't really have to rest any legs. They can just go all out here. But I think I'm going to choose to rest a few legs that I think could be crucial in this final. And that's the three I'm going to change. I've brought on Sander Berg, Marcelo and Dallo for Dubois, Dombele and Pongracic respectively. As we look to see this game out really. We're into the 64th minute now. And they haven't really changed much. They haven't gone for anything different. It looks like they're just sort of almost given up at this rate. Their players are getting frustrated, anxious. So it looks like we have the French Cup all wrapped up, and it's our first bit of silverware of the season. Fingers crossed. Of course, there's still 10 minutes left to play, and you know, the FM gods can be cruel. But Lopez here into Denea, acres of space. Marçal, two players closing him down. So I think they've turned up their tempo. But we're hoof a through ball over the top as Hussein chases. But I think Areola's got that covered. Sander Berg, sloppy header to Alves into Di Maria. Marcelo heads away. Rabiot into Neymar Jr. Neymar, oh, Lopez collects it. Lovely stuff there. And yeah, as the game trickles away slowly. Hussein's picked up a knock. It looks like a bruised ankle, so he could be doubtful actually for this next game against Manchester United, which is a bit of a big hit actually. But again, we do have the players to replace him. They only made the one change in the end. Di Maria coming on in the 77th minute. That's very surprising. You know, it doesn't really look like they've wanted it that much in the end. Di Maria now actually on the ball, up to Neymar. Out to Dani Alves. They could get a late goal here, up to Neymar. Ambitious header and Lopez collects it. And at this rate, that's it. Full time. Lyon 2, PSG 0. And there we are then. First bit of silverware. Look at the confetti fall down. Lovely, lovely sight. It's only covering half the pitch, which is a bit lackluster. But there we are then, dancing away. Just behind this screen, there I am with the cup in my hands. First bit of silverware. That's really going to push us on to next season. So, lovely stuff from us. And yeah, there is an achievement, Cup Glory. So, lovely days. That's my first time I've ever won a cup on this edition of FM. Obviously, I've won the cups, many cups in the past. There we are. 7-1 thumping was the pivotal match apparently. And that's it. We received 1.85 million. That ends their run of 4 in a row, and I think that's the first time we've won it since 2011, so ending a nice drought there. But as always, I'm going to skip ahead to the Manchester United game and I'll catch you then. Here we are then, viewers. Now I've come to this game a bit preemptively. You know, we're not at the match preview as of yet, but I thought this was a nice screen to come and introduce the game. You don't want to just hop into it. It's the biggest game of the year. Every team looks forward to this moment. And more specifically, Lyon look forward to this moment. As you can see, Olympique Lyonnais will appear in their first Champions Cup. That's our first ever in the club's 69-year history when they play Manchester United on Saturday. Whatever the result, we'll be justly proud of their sensational run to the final. We'll be perhaps remembered for their memorable victory over Spanish champions Real Madrid. Meanwhile, 3 times Champions League winners Manchester United will be gearing up for another appearance in the competition final. So I want to do a little bit of maybe a comparison between our 2 seasons, see how we've got on. So, of course, Manchester United finished 5th in the Premier League, and we finished 2nd in La Liga. We'll have a look at their squad, see if there's any sort of standout players. You see Isco's joined them, presumably, I imagine, in January. Yeah, joined them in January for 131 million. Surprisingly, that's the first time I've seen that, so I don't know how that went under the radar. I think Adrian Silva's a new signing. Apart from that, I don't think anything too crazy's gone on. Sanchez is their top scorer. Pogba, Lukaku, Martial. I might be looking to try and sign Martial. Actually, maybe not. He is a winger, but it doesn't look like he's getting too much playing time here at Manchester United. So, would be interesting if we could bring him back to Lyon, of course. Was here, but yeah, nothing too crazy about Manchester United. Let's maybe look at their running to the Champions League, see how they got on. So the knockout round, they played Barcelona actually and won 1-0 in aggregate. The quarter-final, they played Manchester City, of course, had that 96th Juan Mata winner. The semi-final, they knocked out Juventus 2-1, and now they reach us in the final. So they haven't had the easiest route, but neither have we. Of course, we knocked out the likes of Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund. So both teams have really fought hard to get here. And, you know, it should be a very, very good game. Like, I'm really excited for this. I really hope we do win it. These are competitions we should scout. I'm going to scout the Copa America, actually. I'm going to look for first team player. Just see what we can find out there. I've done a few for you know, hot prospects, and I've got a few shortlisted players. But I think as of right now, especially heading into next season, we definitely need some more first team players. So let's hand this over to the manager, and it's obviously an evening fixture, so it's taken a while to get here, but I actually really hope we win this. This will be so anticlimactic if we somehow lose, but here we are, Olympique Lyon versus Manchester United. We're actually the favourites. Our form is much better than theirs. 5 wins in a row, where they have 3 losses out of a possible 5 games, so we're looking like the better side. And yeah, here's the lineup. Depay's of course suspended, and Terrier's got a knock, so it's not looking good for us at all. Pineda's got no fitness. Hussein obviously picked up a knock. Phil Foden's just come back from an injury. It's not the best lineup from us, as it's Lovro Major. I'll do this actually when both teams are side by side, but it's not looking too promising right there. A lot of key players missing, but here they are then, both teams. Lopez, Dalot, Marcelo, Pongracic, Mendy, Sander Berg, Toussaint, Dombele, Lovro Major, Fekir and Terrier. And for them it's David De Gea, Fagner, Phil Jones, Matic, Shaw, Camacho, Pogba, Herrera, Mata, Isco, Lukaku. Now interestingly, of course, you'll know Diogo Dalot is actually Manchester United's player, so this is a very controversial game for him. Somehow he's allowed to play. One thing I'm worried about though is Dombele being in this more attacking position. He doesn't strike me as the most creative player, so I'm hoping that doesn't hinder the chances our top three get. But there's only one way to find out as we get things underway. Really just went straight into it for me. So I was going to let all the teams do a little huddle while the Champions League music was playing, but that's just really put a hindrance on us there. Nonetheless, Mata now comes away with the ball. I need to get back into the focus of the game as Lukaku heads it into Lopez, who's just going to calm it down. He's going to calm down the play, dictate the play. Dalot into Sander Berg. Dalot, Terrier, who's playing with a knock already, is a very aggressive challenge. Isco now tries to send Lukaku through, and he is through, and he's been behind, and we're 1-0 down after 10 minutes from a Romelu Lukaku goal. I bet the Manchester United fans are absolutely loving him right now. Pongracic should be doing better than that. That's an awful challenge from him. Lukaku smashes it into the net, wheels away in celebration, and it's the perfect start for them and not for us. And I mentioned this, he's grabbed that early goal against PSG. Now we're suffering the fate of the FM gods as Shaw now on the ball up to Lukaku. Pogba back to Shaw. Into Herrera. And they've really just got the better of this game. Herrera over the top to Isco and just kept out just about from Lopez. I'm sure it's going to show us a replay of that. It is indeed. Lukaku into Isco. Acres of space. Just has a little pop shot. That's a different highlight actually. It looked very similar to the first one. But apparently it's a completely different highlight. They now have a corner. And there's Juan Mata on the ball. Hoofs it in. Only as far as Matic it's cleared. And back to Mata. Hoofs it in. Lukaku's in the middle, but Pongracic is a bit of a beast and he's beating him to that header. So we really need to get a hold of this ball because they're looking very composed here. Of course, Mourinho known for his defensive style of play. I'll put it. I won't quite put it as parking the bus, but I wouldn't be surprised if that does actually happen. I'm just going to double check their formation, make sure that they're not all back and they're not. As things stand, it is that early Romelu Lukaku goal and Diogo Dalot's injured, so we've got to make an early substitution. Of course, Dubois is a suitable replacement. He's been performing fantastically for us this year. But here we are then, Mendy up to Fekir. We really can't get anything going this game. Into Fekir. Camacho's now got the ball. Pogba. There's a lovely overlapping run, but they switched the play out to Shaw. Don't like the position of our players here, but Terry, a lovely tackle, but Pogba collects. And they really have been the better team today. I cannot knock that at all. Camacho into Herrera. Lovely ball out to Isco. The £131 million man is proving his worth today. As Dubois, lovely tackle. And hopefully we can come away on the attack now. Dubois hoofs it up to Fekir. Keeps it in play. Lovely ball through to Lovro Major. Bursts through. And De Gea tips over the bar. And we have a corner kick. And we're looking a bit better now. It's the first sort of real attacking chance we've had. Fekir whips in the corner. Lovro Major out by Camacho. And it's a throw in for us. But looking a bit better from us. I'm gonna have to do a shout. I'm gonna say concentrate. Don't want him to lose focus here. Get complacent. Lovro Major into Toussaint. Dombele. Lovro Major tackled. Herrera gets the ball away. Mata hoofs the ball over to Lukaku, and Pongracic a bit slow on his acceleration there. Lukaku in behind, and it's over the crossbar. A bit of a let off there, but Pongracic looking a bit complacent actually. Not the best performance I don't think from him today. And as we head into half-time, I think it's just going to be that one Romelu Lukaku goal that separates the two sides. And we haven't really looked like scoring, which is a shocking thing to say for us, because usually we're scoring goals by the buckets, but there's still 45 long minutes left to play, so it's not all doom and gloom. But Herrera into Mata as we get the second half underway. Jones here. We are playing in Madrid, a stadium where we've won plenty of times. We of course beat Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. In this climate, in these stadiums, not this stadium specifically, but in this country at least, in this city, and nothing's really happening. We have to make some substitutions here. I need to do something. Pineda, I need to get some creativity in the upper third here. It's just not looking good. That's it for now. And that's the only change we're going to make, and I'm hoping that will bring some creativity. I think I might have been right, actually, in the sense that Dombele just isn't a creative player. Lovren Major into Pineda, looking much better now. 2 subs. Actually, that's very sloppy, but it looks like at least we're coming alive a little bit. Lukaku now is through in behind the players. Lovely collection from Dubois, and we have 20 minutes to score here. Pongracic hoofs it forward. Fekir's going to chase our main man. He's in behind, and De Gea with a lovely, lovely save, and we have a corner. Fekir now whips it in. De Gea just collects it, and it's not looking like our day, and I'm really fearing that we're going to lose this. It's not looking good. They make a substitution. Adrian Silva comes on, but he's immediately picked up a thigh injury, and Husem's going to have to come on now. I'm getting a bit desperate here. I'm literally clutching at straws here. I can't make any more subs. That's it. That's what I'm rocking with. 10 minutes left to play. Champions League final. Oh my god. 8 minutes. It's not going to happen for us. We're going to lose the Champions League final. Or are we? Dubois into Lovren Major. Terrier. Herrera, they're clearing it away, and it's not looking like our day. Mata out to Lukaku. He's run to the byline. He's whipped it in. Pogba's there. And what did I say? The FM gods would hate us. Paul Pogba's going to pop up with a late goal, and he has. He's crushed our dreams. It's Lyon 0, Manchester United 2. And at this point, I don't think there's anything we can do. Dubois, or is there? Dubois into Sander Berg. Berg into Lovren Major. Sander Berg. Husem going for a pop shot. I don't think that's what we need right now. Dubois, Sander Berg into Lovren Major. Lovely turn. Pass into the box. Fekir! And our hopes are still alive. It's Lyon 1, Manchester United 2. And he's sprinting back to that halfway line to get the game back underway. And I can't really believe this. Fekir, first time effort. De Gea's not stopping that. 3 minutes left to play. They're playing with a lower tempo. They're going to try to hold the ball. Batter into Lingard. Out to Pogba. Is this it? Is this the nail in our coffin? Pogba tackled by Berg, and hopefully we burst away here. This could be it for us. Oh my god. Mendy bursts forward, puts a ball through, and that's a very sloppy ball. I want to honestly start smashing my desk or something, but I'm going to refrain from that. Herrera. Through ball. Pongracic collects, and I'm just really hoping we somehow spring back forward here. Pineda into Fekir. Mendy hoofs a ball forward to Lovren Major. Cleared away as far as Mata. Into Lukaku. He's through on goal here. He's over the bar. And it's another bit of a let off. 5 minutes added time. It's a corner kick to Manchester United. He's really taken his time here. Whips it in eventually. Matic, Lopez collects. And I'm hoping we can somehow counter from here. Is it going to happen? 91st minute, 92nd minute. 2 minutes left to play. It's not going to happen. It's full time. It's in our half, and we've lost. We've lost the Champions League final. Jose Mourinho has done a masterclass performance here. He's finished 5th in the league, and he's somehow managed to win the Champions League, and it's a defeat for us. I'm actually so upset. Manchester United with the red and black confetti celebrate. And a game where, in all honesty, they had the better chances of the game. They performed much better than we did. They arguably deserve it. Well, that only means one thing. We go again. There will be season 2 of Olympique Lyonnais. I can't even speak. There will be a season 2 of this Olympique Lyonnais save. Of course, we're going to head into next year. We can't end it on us finishing second in both the league and Champions League. We're going to come back next year. We're going to dominate the league. We're going to dominate this competition again. And the next year, we're going to get our hands on it. This is just a little taster of what we can do. We're going to strengthen in the summer. We got 13.46 million, so we can wipe our tears with a lot of money, as well as an extra 8.72 million and an extra 18.89. So next year, I think next year is definitely our year. I'm very disappointed. Unfortunately, we did not grab the Champions League. But like I mentioned, we go again. We'll recoup in the summer, and I'll catch up with you when the season begins. But if you enjoyed today's episode, please drop it a like, subscribe if you want to see daily Football Manager content. I'm here every day around 7 to 8 p.m. GMT. And yeah, the videos, throughout the week, even on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So if you want to see loads of frequent FM content, please hit that subscribe button below. And I'll catch you in the next episode, guys. See you later.